What's up? What's up? I am back with another video episode. Welcome back, guys. If you are just tuning in, welcome to the Sweet Cherry Podcast. I am Cherry. And if you are returning, what's up? Welcome back. You love me. I appreciate you. So, welcome guys to the Sweet Cherry Podcast. And just to let you guys know, you can also stream us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and that's just to name a few. And if you are listening to us or watching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a thumbs up and a share, and you subscribe so you guys don't miss episodes. And you can also support us on patreon.com Sweet Cherry Podcast. So just search me up, and you can find the show, anywhere, because we just everywhere. Okay. So yeah. Oh, welcome. So I'll be chit-chatting with my girls and stuff like that. And here's the issue, right? We like somebody, but they don't really like us back. Not me in general, but I'm only joking. But you might be interested in somebody and they don't really like you like that, and you just like so hung up that you really like this person, but they're not feeling you like that. Maybe they just want to be your friend, or maybe they're not even feeling you at all. Like they're like, ooh. So what do we do? What are we doing? Are we doing the most? Are we trying to gain their attentions and I don't know. For me personally, my advice would be to move on, because you can't force anybody to like you. And I'm not trying to force anybody to be with me if they don't want to be with me, because they're not going to end up treating me right. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason why I should be like doing the most to get someone's attention that doesn't really like me or want to be with me. And I don't think anybody should do all that or do the most to try and get someone's attention, because you're more than that. Okay? You are more than doing and bending over backwards to try to please someone to get them to like you. You don't need that. That's for relationships, and that's for friendships also. If someone wants to be your friend, they're going to be your friend no matter what, because you guys vibe well, you guys have a good connection. There's something there in that friendship that's going to pull you guys together. I'm not going to bend over backwards to try to get someone to be my friend. No, not going to happen. First of all, I'm too grown. I'm not a little kid, and I don't need anybody to be my friend. I do things on my own. No, I don't, it's just at my age, I just don't have the patience to be trying to, satisfy people like that to make them like me. What do I look like trying to make you be my friend? No, like I know the type of person I am. I know I'm funny. I know I'm cool. I know I'm empathetic. I know I could be there for people when they need a shoulder to cry on, or someone to vent to, and things like that. I'm a loving person. I know all these things about me, and I don't need anybody who doesn't want to be, in all this greatness. So I am not bending over backwards to people please, because if you're doing too much, it's not genuine. They don't really want to be there. They're just, there are times that they could end up being your friend or boyfriend or whatever, but they treat you like crap, like they use you. Maybe you have a little more money than they have, and they'll use you like, oh, let's go out, but you end up paying and stuff like that. Or, not only in that could happen a lot in relationships, like the guy's like, oh, I ain't got it, or could you pay, or could you buy me this, and then you like so like in love and chula with somebody, and you don't realize because you were so desperate to want this person to like you, and now that they're talking to you or willing to go out with you, whatever the case may be, like you're blinded by all that, and you're like, don't worry baby, I got it, I'll do it, or this, that, and the other. But they don't give two craps about you. Like they're just using you because they know they can get something out of you, whether it's the buns or some funds, you know? And, if someone does not like you back, you just have to let it go. You have to let them go. You have to let it go and move on and not be forcing people to like you, because it's only going to be fake, you know? And you need to know your worth. Like you need to know that you are worth more than giving up pieces of yourself to try to satisfy someone or try to get them to like you or trying to get them to be with you. You have to know your worth and know that you are more than that. And if anything, they should be begging to be with you or wanting to be your friend, or not begging, but I'm exaggerating. But it should be something that they want. And if it's a guy, you know, you don't want you don't want to be bending over backwards to make him like you. Like you're going to be bending over backwards the whole relationship, and he's going to be walking all over you through the whole relationship because he don't really care about you, but he knows that you're going to do anything and everything that he wants because you like him so much and you want to keep him, you know? And that's, you losing respect for yourself, and people around you are going to lose respect for you because they know and they see what you allow. And same thing with friendships. If you allow your friend to walk all over you, other friends are going to begin to walk all over you because they see that you're allowing this. If you allow people to step on you and walk on you and use you, they will. They will. No matter how much you think that a person is a friend or that's your man and he loves you and he would never, nah, they will. 100%. Not all. I absolutely not all will do that. There are decent people out there. There are decent men. There are decent friends that look out for each other and stuff like that. But a big majority of people will take advantage of you if you let them. And at the end of the day, like if you do it, if it's blind and you don't notice it, that's fine. But I mean, that's different. But if you notice it, or it's even brought to your attention by someone else that sees it, you need to open your eyes, and then you need to reevaluate what's the situation about and get out of it, because you don't want to be used. You want to be loved. You want your friends to love you. You want your partner to love you. You want someone that's going to be with you because you both make each other happy. You both laugh together. You both enjoy things together, not because you're bending over backwards trying to keep them. That's not a way to start a relationship, because they will let you if they know that they are going to benefit something out of it, get something out of it, benefit something out of it. If they're going to get something out of it, they will. And that's it's sad, but that's the reality. That is the reality of life. If you let people walk on all over you, the majority will. If you're like, oh, here, I'll pay for it, they're gonna let you pay for it. Best believe it, they'll let you pay for it all the time. you know and if you offering all the time and you don't notice that they never once offer, you're blind, and you need to wake up and snap out of it, and you know your worth, reevaluate, like, wait a minute, why I'm always doing this and they never doing that, or why, you know, because they don't care. You know, you gotta just let those people go. You know, if they don't like you back, you gotta just let them go. Move on. There's someone else out there that will like you and will love you and, will want to share things with you. So if someone does not like you back, definitely do not bend over backwards trying to make them like you, because they're not going to end up liking you. They're not going to, you know, they ain't going to care about nothing. They're going to take advantage of you and, you know, oh, I'm short on rent. Do you think you can help me out? Cuz they know that you like them so much, and you'll be like, "Sure, why not? Here's whatever. What do you need?" Or I forgot lunch today. You think you could get me some lunch? Yeah, of course I get you some lunch. And they'll put up with you for the moment. Like, they're like, all right, well, if they buy me lunch, I guess I have to sit and eat with them. Because they did buy it. Some, because there are people that'll be like, okay, thanks, and take the bag and walk away. And there are people that will go out to dinner with you, and you end up paying for the date, and they're like, thanks, and they'll be like, all right, that was, thanks for dinner, and they'll leave. Like, they were just there for that free meal, you know or if they don't like you like that, but they don't think you're, that unattract that you're not unattractive, that they think you're somewhat attractive. Blah, blah, blah. If they think you're somewhat attractive, they'll be like, all right, well, maybe I could get a meal and maybe I could get some buns at the end. You know what I'm saying? And they'll play you. They'll be like, oh, I had fun. What are you doing? You want to come back to my place? And you're like, so, and like, oh my god, I can't believe he's asking me back to his place. I'm going. And then you're gonna go. You're gonna give up the buns. And you know what? He ain't gonna call you. He's not gonna call you again. M- Majority of the time. And if he does call you, you know what he's calling for. Them buns. If it was good. Or free meal. And if you keep saying yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. You just can't be letting people take advantage of you. If someone does not like you back, let them go. Carry on to someone else, something else, and don't get your feelings hurt about it. Because you know what? Not everybody is gonna like you, and you're not gonna like everybody you come across either. You know, if I was in a situation where if I was in a situation where I didn't like somebody, and they're just like always around and trying to talk to me and do nice things, but there's just something about them that I'm not feeling, and it's just making me not want to kind of you know mess with them, like friendship or otherwise. Like, if there's something about you that I just can't, I just can't, I'm not going to, I'm not gonna try and work it out, or like, oh, let me hang out with them one time, you know um because I don't want them to think like, oh, I'm using them or anything like that. Like, I just keep my distance, and I will be cordial. Like, if I see them in passing, I'd say hi and whatever, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, trying to be like your bestie or anything like that. And even though sometimes those are the times you might really find like a great friend, because there are times like you're like, this person looks like a bitch, or I'm not messing with that. Like, you know, but then like something happens and you're both in the same situation, and you kind of just connect all of a sudden, and you can end up building like the best of friendship or a great relationship. um like, for me, my oldest friend, um She didn't like me when we met. She did not like me. She thought I was stuck up bitch. And yeah, she didn't like me. And then all of a sudden, like we just I don't know what happened or how it happened or whatever, but we ended up talking and vibing and we clicked and she hasn't gotten rid of me yet since. We've had our scuffles, not physical scuffles, but we've had our arguments and disagreements and periods of not talking. But, we always ended up back, back together again. But, things happen. Sometimes you'll be surprised. But did I bend over backwards for her to like me? No. Did she bend over backwards trying to get to know me? No. We just happened to at one day all of a sudden just kind of vibe. And, sometimes that happens too, but we didn't bend over backwards to, for her to hate me and me to make her like me or anything like that. Like it was what it was. If we never ended up being friends, we would never have ended up being friends. And that was it. But I don't know. I got like a lot of friends that had told me like they didn't really like me when I was when they first met me. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm a friendly person. At least I think I'm a friendly person and I think I'm approachable. Um, but yeah, I don't think like I look like I would be a bitch or anything like that. I'm looking at the camera. But yeah, I don't think I would that I look like that. Um, and I'm generally a happy person. Like I like to laugh a lot and joke around. So I never thought of myself as looking like a bitch or conceited. I've heard. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I never found myself like that. Like I loved used to love meeting new people and socializing. And now I still enjoy socializing and meeting new people. But I think it's just different like when you're a kid to when you're adult. Like when I was a kid, I would just walk up to kids on other kids, at the beach or the park and be like, "Let's play." And things like that. And as an adult, it's just like a little more a lot more a lot more like so I don't know, because I always feel like as an adult, well, when you you learn through life, like sometimes people have an agenda. So it's like, who do you trust? Um, but I still like to meet new people and vibe with new people. And if it works out and we end up building a friendship, awesome. Like I'm so happy. It's not that I'm not willing to make new friends or meet new people. I am willing. Um, but I just do it more with an open eye, like, you know, and uh yeah, but I never thought I was like looked mean or like a bitch or anything like that. But I've been told a couple occasions that's what they had thought, that some friends have thought before I became friends with them. So, but I think I'm a cool person. I think like, I get along pretty well with everyone. So, I don't know. I guess it's like once you get to know me and we talk and chill, whatever, like you're like, oh wait, she is cool. I'm cool. Like I tell my kids, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm a cool mom. And they're like, "Mm." But yeah, I don't but yeah, I still ain't forcing anybody to be my friend or my boyfriend or husband or whatever. There's a door. Goodbye. I have no time for that in my life right now. So, or to be hurt like, oh, she don't like me. Mm. Now I'm like that video, like, you don't like me. Like, yeah, I'm like that now, but I wasn't like that before. when I was young, I used to get my feelings hurt. Like if people were mean to me, I would cry. So, but then you live and you learn and you realize like not everybody's gonna like you. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That is 100% okay. You don't need everybody to like you because everybody ain't for the liking, and that's basically you know what it boils down to. And eventually you just have to get a thicker skin and be like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't care if you don't like me. Okay. I don't give a you have to eventually just be like that and not worry about all that other nonsense. So yeah, that's how I've kind of feel now, you know. But I'm always open to meet new people and vibe and stuff like that. So, you know, and when I do, if it works out, it works out. If not, then whatever. I just ain't bending over backwards for all that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna just keep it cordial and then carry on. I'm gonna be going my way, you go yours, and that's it. That's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? So I am that's my advice to you guys. Like don't worry about bending over backwards for people and just do what you have to do. You don't need someone that doesn't want to be in your life. They don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be your partner. You don't need them because they're only going to probably shit on you and bring you down and make you miserable at the end of the day. And your worth it's is much more than that. You deserve to be happy and being around people that bring you good energy, good vibes, and laughter, and joy, and love, and happiness, and all that good stuff, and unicorns. That's what you want. That's what you want from your friends and from, your partners to feel good. You don't want to be someone's friend that's going to be bringing you down or someone's partner that's going to be walking all over you, you know? So, yeah, don't let people walk all over you. If someone does not want to be with you, let them go and go find happiness somewhere else. You'll be much, much happier that way. 100%. You know? And that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment in the comments. Let me know if you've been in any situations where, you was bending over backwards and then ended up, getting walked on, or did it happen to work out? Did you bend over backwards and get this person's attention, and now you guys it was worth it and are super super happy? You have the best relationship or friendship now. Let me know in the comments. And like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. If you go into the description, you can find all the links to where I am streaming and posted at. You can follow all my channels there. And don't forget to also catch me on Patreon, where the topics are a little more spicy. You know what I'm saying? And there's some behind the scenes footages and pictures and just things in general that you don't just see normally. So make sure you go give your girl some love and support, and I will catch you on the next episode. Later.